Hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi. I'm that corporate guy that used to work in a call center environment many years, worked 12, 14, 16-hour days. When I look back now, it feels weird, you know? Um, Working 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, until my pancreas shut down on me and left me unemployable. Can't get a job with my pancreas situation, and I didn't have anything to fall back on. So I got redirected, as I often say, we don't get restricted, but we get redirected. And I got redirected to this online space, to this whole gig economy space, if you would. So now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side gig online, and we grow it using social media. So if you've ever been serious or even curious um, about the online space, drop the word side gig in the comments, and I'll get back with you after this live. If you're tuning in live or watching the replay, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, um, let me know where you're tuning in from. It'd be kind of cool to know. I myself am from Southern California, and yeah, so let's get to it. You know, you hear all kinds of stuff about what to do to have a better life, what to do to have a more happier life. You hear all this stuff, right? Well, you're gonna hear it again tonight. you know, I'm gonna give you five, maybe even a bonus, five things that you and I could implement. And notice I said you and I can implement right away to look back 6 months from now and really appreciate the changes. How about that? These are doable things. I know I'm guilty about a couple of them, and I'll share with you which ones. I'll be transparent. But, you know, um, these are good stuff. So let's go. Number one is set goals. You know, there's a lot of talk about goals. Well, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. We're not going to get into like the specific of a goal, but it's always nice to have something not completely reachable and not exactly way out of reach that you wouldn't even hit, right? Somewhere in between where it stretches you, challenges you, but at the same time, it is doable, right? Um, so set goals and then take steps every day that would ensure reaching that goal, right? If your goal is a health goal, then you may want to take those steps in order to be able to hit that goal in 6 months. If it's a financial, then you got to be taking those steps on a daily basis to make sure you hit that goal in 6 months, right? So set goals, have something that you can strive for, you can aim for, and then when you achieve it, you'd be very not only proud of yourself, but have this joy within you that I did it, that kind of a thing. Number two is exercise. Exercise is has been a really big thing in my life for the for most of my life. And when this whole pancreas thing happened, it took me out of a whim. So I had not been to a gym for a mighty long time, actually. And then I decided, I think it was about a month and a half ago now, I decided, you know what, this is not me. I gotta do some kind of an activity. Even though I've lost 49 pounds of muscle because of my pancreas within like a very short period of time. I've shrunk, but hey, I gotta have some kind of a exercise activity. For you, that may be walking around the block a couple times. For some, maybe hiking, somebody bikes, whatever it may be, do some kind of a physical activity where your heart rate goes up and you actually sweat. So, exercise is important. Number three, read. You know, um, for me, I gotta be transparent. I haven't read a physical book for a minute, but I listen to an audiobook almost every day. And I don't like to use the word almost because there was a time that it was every day. So I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to get back to that starting tomorrow. And I'm going to read. And I recommend you read as well. Now, one thing I do read, and this is every night, I think it's been about, I want to say, 13 months, at least a year. So maybe 13, 14 months that I read a proverb a night. And I read three different versions of it, two English and one in Farsi. So that's been over, like I said, about 13, 14 months. And that's something that I just cannot go to sleep without doing that. Now, I'd like to incorporate reading a book as well, because I used to do that, and I don't like saying I used to read. Right? I've kind of slacked off. I'll be transparent, but you and I both know that reading is money. Is money. To get wisdom from other people's lives and experiences is priceless. So read, pick some, and I'm not talking about like love stories and novels, and I'm talking about personal development, something that actually moves you forward, gives you growth. If you're a Christian, I highly recommend you incorporate the Bible into that routine every single day. If not, then you go with your own book, you know but it's important to incorporate that as well. Number four is learn. You know, I have this thing that you got to do three things in order to move your business forward online. First thing is you got to show up. You got to show up every day, no matter what. Two, you got to learn something new every day. And this is the same thing. You got to learn something new every day. I'm not talking about you spending hours and hours sitting there trying to learn something. I'm talking about just maybe learn a new couple of words in a different language, if you would. Learn how to play a new instrument. Learn how to um, edit using an app. Learn how to use an app, and just learn something new every day. And listen, we have so much free learning material at our fingertips in all platforms. It's not even funny. So you will never run out of stuff to learn. Number five, this may be a little different than the rest, but number five, be kind to a stranger. Give somebody a compliment and mean it. You know what I mean? Give somebody a compliment, mean it. Find, just a stranger, maybe at the grocery store, at the Starbucks, or the fast food place, whatever. Just you and I have plenty of opportunities. And here's the thing: it doesn't have to be face to face. It could be online. You could pick somebody online, and you run into them. You go through the profile, and you give them a compliment. Pick somebody new, a stranger, every day, and give them a compliment. So These 5 things you and I can implement right now into our lives, and in 6 months, reap what we sowed. Agree? Agree? Drop a 1 in the comments if you agree. Let me give you a sixth one for both and you, and that is sleep early. Get some sleep, right? Sleep is so important. The more I read about it, the more I want to sleep earlier. I told you I'll be transparent with a couple of them. I'm guilty. So sleep is one thing that I really want to work on. I don't know. I've always been that kind of a guy that I my engine starts late. You know what I mean? But hey, for a very long time, I don't know. Um, yeah, probably like 15, 16 years, I was getting up at like 4:30 to be at the office at 5:55. So I'm no stranger to waking up early and getting to work. I'm a stranger to going to bed early. Just don't go to bed early. I don't know how people go to bed at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and I really wish I could practice that. You know, get some more sleep into my system. But that's my um, bonus one. I hope you enjoy this. So number one, you got to set some goals. Number two, exercise. Number three, read. Four, learn something new. Five, pick a stranger and give a compliment. Be kind to people. Hold the door for somebody. And six, sleep. Get some sleep. So, with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Le- Um, mm, and I'll get back with you. And I'll get back. I don't. I was trying to read a comment. I'll get back with you. I'll get back to you. Am I getting back to you? I said if you threw me off. Yeah, yeah. Um, hope you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value from this. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, you know somebody who can benefit from this, just um, drop a note to them. Share this with them. Tag it to them. Let them get value from it, like you have. And with that, if you're not following me, you have the opportunity to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads, all that. And I go with Side Gig Sean. With that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to work in the corporate world in a call center environment many, many years. I used to put in 12, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, until my pancreas shut down on me, quit on me, left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. Sucked. So got redirected to the online space, this whole gig economy. And now I help folks just like you, just like me, to start a side gig online and regrow it using social media. That resonates with you, drop the word side gig in the comments, and I'll get back with you after this live. By the way, um, Jesus is Lord 22. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, bro. I'll make sure that I follow back. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.